Hello, dear students. Jai Hind and very good morning. Welcome back to our e-learning session. Today, you are attending lecture number 6 in chapter number 12, that is electricity. Dear student, so far you have attended 5 lecture in this chapter number 12. Understand? In these 5 lectures, you understood about electric current, electric potential and potential difference. Then you understood about resistance. Then we covered Ohm's experiment to establish the relation between V and I. Understood? And then in last lecture number 5, we have understood series connection of resistors that we understood. And at the same time, if you can remember, we understood three. Before I start today's topic, I must remind you, because at the end of this particular lecture number 6, we have to differentiate between series connection of resistors and parallel connection of resistor. We have to understand the difference between these two. That's why we are just having the overlook of chapter topic of lecture 5, that was series connection of resistors. Before we start today's topic, if I ask you one very simple question, write 3 important characteristic features of series connection. So which factor you will write first? In series connection, the current passing through all resistor remains the same. Second, potential difference or voltage drop across each resistor is different. Third point, equivalent resistance of the circuit is equal to the algebraic sum of all the resistor connected in the circuit. These 3 characteristic properties about series connection you have already studied. Our today's topic is 12.6.2, just to number it, that is parallel connection of resistors. That is what we are going to discuss in detail, and at the same time we will also understand its practical importance. Understand? Okay. So my dear student, before we start, let me write the chapter number, chapter 12. Title of the chapter, my dear student, you all know, electricity. Understand? And today, in this particular chapter of physics, you are attending today lecture number 6. Okay, my dear student? You are attending lecture number 6, and our today's topic in this particular lecture is topic 12.6.2, that is, let me write the title of the topic, parallel, okay, connection of parallel connection of resistor. That is what we are going to discuss today. Okay. Parallel connection of resistor. That is our today's topic. Okay, my dear student. As usual, like we did in lecture number 5, when you want to discuss about parallel connection of resistor, the very important thing is first you have to understand how to draw electric circuit to show three resistor R1, R2 and R3 connected in parallel connection. So even when in exam you are asked, explain parallel connection of resistors and obtain equation for equivalent resistance or total resistance, your first target is to draw circuit diagram first. So what we are doing just now, we are first trying to understand parallel connection of resistor by drawing circuit diagram. Okay. See, let us draw circuit diagram for parallel connection as we did in series connection where we selected three resistor. Here also we are going to do the same. We will select three resistor R1, R2 and R3 and let us connect them in parallel connection and let us try to understand the circuit diagram. Okay. So my dear student, with me you can also draw the circuit diagram. Okay. We are trying to understand parallel connection of resistor. Okay. This is first resistor. Okay. Right. This is second resistor. Okay. And here, my dear student, draw third resistor. Three resistor are shown in parallel connection. Resistor R1, R2 and R3 connected in parallel connection. Okay. To measure potential difference between these resistors, let us connect voltmeter in parallel connection with them. This is voltmeter, okay? Voltmeter connected in parallel connection. Okay, dear student, voltmeter. This is positive, this is negative, okay? Voltmeter is connected with these three resistors in parallel connection, okay? Then, as you know, my dear student, we have to show battery, okay? Suppose, let me show here battery. You can show it here, right? Suppose this is battery connected with this, okay? Read the required potential difference. This is battery, okay? Then, as you know, my dear student, to measure the amount of current flowing in the circuit, we require a meter, okay? Let us show a meter here in the circuit. A meter, negative, positive. Then you can show the plug key also, right? And this becomes the complete circuit diagram itself, okay? Circuit diagram completes this way, okay? Just try to understand one very important thing here after completing the circuit diagram, okay? Now, my dear student, in exam, if you are asked such question in 3 or 4 marks, very important thing, because when we talk about how to represent yourself to the examiner who are going to check your paper, the very important thing is good looking circuit diagram where you will show all three resistor in parallel connection R1, R2 and R3 component which you have to show, that is voltmeter in parallel connection, a meter in series connection and battery and plug key. As you know, these are the component you have to show in. Now, my dear student, as you know that the moment you switch on, the electric circuit get completed, understand, and electric current start flowing, as you know, from positive to negative, means from higher potential to lower potential, that you all know very well. But actual, my dear student, what happens? The moment electric current reach to this wire, which we can say junction point, okay? The moment electric current reach to the junction point, it divides into three component current according to the value of the resistance, understand, current I suppose flowing here. Okay, I am also showing I here. Now what happens, dear student? The moment the current reach to this junction point here, it divides into three components. Try to understand, dear student. Current flowing through R1 is I1 component, through R2 is I2 component, through R3 is I3 component. So actually current I divides into three component current. And again what happens, dear student, when this component current flows through all resistor, again before they come out at this junction point, all component currents I1, I2 and I3 come together and becomes current I. Okay. So what actually you understood regarding parallel connection? If somebody asks you, what do you mean by parallel connection? So one important thing, in parallel connection, the potential difference across all the resistor remains the same. See, they have common end. Three resistor no doubt connected in parallel connection, understand, but because they has got common end, so potential difference across each resistor is similar, but amount of or magnitude of current passing through each resistor is different. So these two are actually the properties in parallel connection. You understood, my dear student? What happens in series connection? Same current passes through all resistor. Actually each resistor means impracticability of series connection we discussed yesterday. All devices in our home do not require same current. They require current in some variable amount. Some require more current, some require less current, but if same amount of current passes through all devices, what is going to happen? Lots of current will be wasted. This is not the case in parallel connection. In parallel connection, amount of current passing from each resistor remains different. Understood? These two are the properties of parallel connection. Okay. Now my dear student, let us try to derive formula for what? Can you remember? Let us try to derive formula for equivalent resistance. Here potential difference of V volt, that you all know. Understood? Current flowing in the resistor in circuit is I ampere, that you all know. Let us try to derive the equation for total resistance developed in the circuit by joining three resistor R1, R2 and R3 in parallel connection. Okay, let us try to understand. One thing is clear in your mind, my dear student, the current flowing in the circuit is equal to the sum of three component current, means I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3, that you all know. Understand? Let us try to derive the equation. You all know, my dear student, very well. As we know that, as we know that here I equals to, can you tell me, I1 plus I2 plus I3. Okay, dear student, when I am explaining you this short note regarding parallel connection, please just roll your mind on the topic of previous lecture. In series connection, we took V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Here I equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Okay, my dear student. Now let us try to replace. I Ohm's law you all know. V equal to I into R. Suppose, let me write all replacement first. Instead of I, can you guess what I can write? V upon R. Okay, dear student? Instead of I1, I can write V upon R1. Instead of I2, V upon R2. Okay. Instead of I3, V upon R3. Now V in denominator can be cancelled. So my dear student, what we got? 1 upon R equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. This is actually equation of or formula of total resistance we derived. Understand? How can you speak in word? Can you speak in word which becomes actually the third property? Understand? Here no doubt we are going to still discuss one fourth property also in parallel connection. Can you speak it in word? The reciprocal of equivalent resistance is the algebraic sum of reciprocal of all resistor connected in parallel connection. You understood this? This is third property of parallel connection. Understood? If somebody asks you, speak three properties of parallel connection. First, when resistors are connected in parallel connection, potential difference across each resistor remains the same. Okay. Second, magnitude of current flowing through each resistor is different. Third, this formula to be spoken in word, the reciprocal of equivalent resistance is equal to the algebraic sum of reciprocals of all resistors connected in parallel connection. Okay. Now my dear student, just now I told you that we want to discuss, suppose, fourth property. What can be the fourth property? Try to understand. I will explain you just now by one example also. First, I want to speak this property, fourth property. Three property you all know of series connection and parallel connection. I am speaking the fourth property. First in series I am speaking. Mind this, fourth property. In series connection, the value of equivalent resistance is, just mind it, in series connection, the value of equivalent resistance is greater than all individual resistor connected in series connection. That means you understood the basic what I want to convey you, that in series connection, suppose let me just write the formula. You know R1 plus R2 plus R3. What I am asking you is that in series connection, value of total resistance or equivalent resistance is greater than all individual resistor in series. That means R greater than R1, greater than R2, greater than R3. You understood, my dear student? That's the fourth property. Should I speak again? In series connection, the value of, means magnitude of, total resistance is greater than all individual resistors. What I can speak in parallel connection? In parallel connection, magnitude or value of equivalent resistance is smaller than all individual resistor connected in parallel connection. That means R less than R1 less than R2 less than R3. This I just write. This is in parallel, my, and this is in series. Try to understand the difference. This happen in series connection. Means in series connection, total resistance is more than 3, and here total resistance is less than all 3. And here lies the real mystery why parallel connection are preferred practically in domestic as well as in industrial electric supply. We have parallel connection in our home. You understood this? Why? Because in parallel connection, parallel means, let me just now try to explain you. Okay, this has been clear in your mind. Okay, I want to explain you why parallel connection are practically preferable. Why we prefer parallel connection of resistor? Understand? Just try to look at this. Okay. I am just erasing now because you all understood the circuit, right? Just try to understand what actually happens in parallel connection. I just want to give you a brief of this. Okay. Suppose, my dear student, what happens in your home, that from external electric supply, if you know, actually from external electric supply, actually two wires enter your electric meter, if you have seen that. Understand, these two wires, one is always red, that's confirmed, because red is the standard accepted insulation for live wire in India. So one is red wire and one is either black, yellow, whatever, never green, because green is for specially insulation standardized for only earthing wire. So red and green are fixed, red for live, green for earthing. In between color may be used for neutral wire. Okay. Suppose, my dear student, just try to understand that. Suppose this is, let us try to understand. Suppose I am just trying to explain you where two wires enter. Understand? Let us draw that way only as I spoke. One, earthing and all we do not have to discuss, but the one is red wire, okay? And one, understand, any other color, chalo blue rakho. One is another wire, okay? These two wire which enters your home are going to make electric current flow in each and every device in your home. Understand? Now, if you know, my dear student, this is suppose KWH board. Understand? This is live wire and this is called neutral wire. Okay. Now from this, these two wires actually connect to, if you can remember, or if you don't, after my lecture, just look at the near the entry of your home, there is an MCB board, if you know it. MCB circuit board. Seen? Lots of MCB switches. Understood? Right? Suppose I draw just one or two, just I am showing only 2 to 3 switches. There may be lots of MCB switches in your home. Just try to understand. I am just showing one or two only. This is one MCB, another MCB, okay, and one another, okay. MCB switch. Now, my dear student, this MCB from here, these two wire and understand and connected to each and every switch. Try to understand this, right? They are connected to each and every switch. Now, my dear student, each switch is either for one device or two device, depends. Understand? It happens, suppose I have connected two device with this switch, two device with this, and three device mean this, means device 1 2, here 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, my dear student. So now what happens? Whatever current from external circuit and this MCB, With this MCB, two devices means each devices are ultimately the resistor only, because all devices has resistor. Understand? All are resistor itself, R6 and R7. So now what happens? Current which comes in this MCB will divide into two components as I explained you, parallel connection. I1 and I2 flows, understand, in both the circuit and returns back to the neutral wire. As you know, here current from MCB divides into two component current, I3 and I4, I6 and I7. Okay my dear student, now try to understand. Means ઘરે તમે ચેક કરો your MCB switchboard, just try at home. એક MC પેલા if you want to do at home or not, that's your choice. બાકી if you just switch off any one MCB, it doesn't happen that the total lights and all devices in your home will be switched off. Or those devices which are connected with that MCB only get switched off. Understand? So this is called parallel connection. And actually what happens, my dear student, suppose 7 devices in your home and you want to run all devices at a time together. આપણા ઘરે હોય જ ને ફેન, ટ્યુબ લાઇટ, એસી, રેફ્રિજરેટર, ઘણીવાર ઓવન, બધું એક સાથે lots of devices are working at that time. But to run suppose 7 devices at a time, is any difficulty arising to bring the current from external circuit in the circuit of all 7 devices, or it become forceful? No. Just try to understand. Suppose આપણે accept કરી લે કે each device has resistance of 10 ohms. Suppose 10. If they are connected in series connection, what is the total resistance of your home? 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, 70 ohm. So much resistance is created. Understand? So lots of current which has to flow in all 7 devices has to face so much resistive force. And to run all devices, current has to do more work, and that work results in high electricity bill. But if in just now in parallel connection, what is the total resistance? See, in series connection it is 70 ohm, you know. But in parallel, try to understand 1 upon R1, 1 upon R2. Just try to understand, my dear student. Okay, just solve it. 7 upon 10. Actually, this is 1 upon R. Okay. If you inverse this, 10 upon 7, it is around 1.4 ohm. Try to understand. In series connection 70 ohm, and in parallel connection only 1.4 ohm. So negligible resistance that current from external circuit can easily flow in all devices, results in less electricity bill. Understood, my dear student? That's why parallel connection are always practicable. Series connection are for practical life. They are not suitable for us. Understand? And that point is clear. In series, suppose 7 resistors, the total resistance is greater than all. In parallel, total resistance is less than all. Understood, my dear student? That's why practically parallel connection is always preferred. Not only that, if any one device stop functioning, rest of the device going to continue their work? Understand, it never happened in series connection where you connected all in series. So it becomes very difficult. Here it does not happen. At home you can see, suppose two tube light, if one tube light malfunction, other continues to work because it is connected with MCB. Understand, right? So this way, my dear student, you should understand that parallel connection is very useful than series connection as far as the practical purposes are concerned. Understand, in our home we have parallel connection of register. Register means all devices. All devices are connected, 2 to 3 devices with one MCB. That is only we are designing. Understood, right? And one more thing also, MCB draws the current from outside, and that current which flows from outside is fixed rated current which come in our home, but through MCB that current flows. But my dear student, according to demand, uh, you can in place, in between you can keep switch, you know that. કાંઈ એવું થોડું જ કે MCB અને કરંટ આવે એટલે આપણી લાઇટ એમને જ ઘરમાં. Understand? No. When you switch on, then and then there. So these switch are also, of my dear student, available in 1 ampere, 2 ampere, 3 ampere, 4 ampere, 5 ampere, 10 ampere and 15 ampere, depending on the necessity of the device. Some devices are rated for 5 ampere current, some devices are rated for 10 ampere current, some devices are rated for 15 ampere current, depending on the devices in your home. Is it clear, my dear student? So this is thing about parallel connection. Okay. Now if I ask you in exam, suppose asked, explain difference between series and parallel connection. Let us move. First, in series, magnitude of current flowing through each resistor is same. Parallel, magnitude of current flowing through each resistor is different. Second point, in series, potential difference across each resistor is different. In parallel, potential difference across each resistor is same. In series, total resistance is equal to the algebraic sum of all resistors. In parallel, the reciprocal of equivalent resistance is the algebraic sum of reciprocal of all resistors connected in parallel connection. In series, the magnitude or value of equivalent resistance is greater than all resistor connected in series connection. In parallel, the magnitude or value of total resistance is less than all resistor connected in parallel connection. Fifth point, series connection is no doubt useful, but it is not advisable and impracticable to use for daily electric supply, and parallel connection is quite practicable, understand, in daily life electric supply. Okay, my dear students, so this is about series connection and parallel connection. Okay, so in today lecture number 6, I have given you idea regarding parallel connection of resistor. Okay, we will understand in the next lecture about, in lecture number 7, about heating effect of electric current and then a simple some discussion about power. Lecture 7 may be the last lecture of this chapter, in which we are going to discuss about two smaller topics: heating effect of electric current and electric power. Understood? That is what we are going to discuss in our next lecture. Okay, my dear student, thank you very much from Bharat sir.